Welcome to Good for Bitcoin, a weekly show recorded live every Friday where we recap the top events of the week and talk about everything that is good for Bitcoin. If it's built on Bitcoin, then it's good for Bitcoin. Let's get started.
Content shared on this podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only. It does not constitute financial, investment, or legal advice. The views and opinions expressed are those of the host and guests and do not reflect the official policy or position of any other agency, organization, or company. We encourage you to conduct your own research and consult with a qualified professional before making any financial decisions.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Good for Bitcoin show. Really excited to kick things off today. My name is Brandon, social media manager here at Trust Machines and Leather, joined today with Longstreet. Longstreet, how's it going, sir? Happy Friday.
Oh, good, Brandon. Happy Friday. What a good week it was.
Crazy week. We'll be getting into it, but yeah, it was a busy week. Busy week in Bitcoin for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
We're gonna get. I see Shaylee's in the audience still. We're gonna get her up so we can have her join as well. But this is Good for Bitcoin, weekly show we do every Friday where we recap events of the week, talk about everything that's good for Bitcoin. Last Friday, we had a really special episode, sort of like a Stacks marathon. We called it a Naka-marathon for the Nakamoto launch. That's scheduled to be happening, and that was a crazy show. It was 3 hours, which is typically not how long we normally do the show for, but we wanted to have sort of like a special show for that, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was a very special day for sure. So it's acceptable, and I know that there's a lot of other spaces that follow. So it was cool to see like a mingling and a merging of other spaces coming together. That made a lot of sense.
Yeah, I wish that I had the time to like bounce around, for all the spaces. I feel like every hour or every couple hours, there's something new to go check out, and there's so many awesome communities, and sub communities that are in this space to listen to. So yeah, really cool that we all kind of support each other there.
Yeah, it's true, and I'm wondering, like, how can we really just be exposed and kind of get the best of the highlights from all the fantastic spaces happening out there, because as there really is a lot of enriching conversations happening out there, but we need to I'll find a good way of communicating with each other.
Yeah, I agree. It's we should set up like some Twitter group chats or something with some of these folks so we can make sure that we're like all promoting each other, or I don't know, do something like that. Speaking of, you're joining another space in about an hour, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, there's another space I'll be jumping on with the leather handle. So, there's no shortage of spaces to be had.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's so much to talk about. Again, super busy week. Obviously, the halving happened. That's what we were sort of celebrating last Friday. Happened Friday night. So I don't know about anybody here. I feel like the last 7 days has been kind of the most degen that I've ever been, minting runes and doing all sorts of crazy stuff. And
how much sleep did you miss?
Not a lot. For me, I was very fortunate that I was on the West Coast, and the halving for me happened around 6 p.m. And that was awesome.
What a nice
I didn't have
way
to
spend your Friday night. Nice.
Yeah, it was a nice little Friday night of minting a bunch of Satoshi Nakamoto and some other things.
Right. So
yeah,
are you pulling out any profits yet, or are you just holding forever?
I'm a very bad trader, and I typically will only buy and not sell, and then regret not selling. So it's a lot of paper gains right now, and that's probably what it'll stay at. But I think still very early.
I think for most people, like, there's maybe this is related to recency bias, but because like my strategy as we started entering the bear market, because the last top really got me by surprise. So I just had a hard time accepting, like, oh, I missed the top. So as it kept going down, I just like got really good at dollar cost averaging. But like, I don't know, I need to like formalize my strategy for dollar cost averaging out and pulling out profits, realizing profits, because it's probably there's a balance to be had. So I think that muscle is going to be flexed by people over the next 12 months.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in a very similar bucket. I'm just like dollar cost averaging and not thinking about it from a just like a Bitcoin sort of stacking perspective. But yeah, so far with like ordinals and runes and everything else, I'm buying only.
Yeah. So are you surprised now at the how much the mempool has cooled off?
I am. And
Yeah.
Shaylee, sorry, I brought you up, and if you feel free to jump in. Sorry, but I am like looking at what's it at right now.
It is at 66.
Oh yeah, that's very low.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean at peak when I was watching it and minting things out, I think it got up over 3,000. Um,
Wow.
and yeah, what on like Friday leading up into Saturday. So that was sort of the peak. And yeah, it was interesting that for people that were minting runes, they were sort of looking at, okay, it's going to cost this much to mint, and people are minting it out. Therefore, and they were kind of doing all these calculations of like what sort of an implied market cap for these coins might be, sort of
Hmm.
as a result of like the fees that it was, costing to essentially quote unquote buy them, even though you're not buying them, you're minting them.
Yeah. Right.
Um, yeah, so that was interesting. People doing, just figuring out if is it going to be worth it, to mint some of these or not. Um, and I see Enjo in the audience, who was very helpful, in a space that we had last Wednesday on talking about getting set up for runes. Enjo, feel free to request if you want to come up and speak. But yeah, I'd love to hear how how your journey was with the runes launch as well, because I'm sure you got some good degen stories there for us.
Hmm.
Shaylee, how are things? Did you mint any runes?
Yeah, I tried and then I ran out of like I have multiple wallets and so I did, but like we'll see what happens. I was just kind of playing around with things. But I did see that Luminex is you can etch and mint and transfer runes through Luminex, which we integrated. Well, they integrated Leather Wallet, so we're excited about those capabilities on Luminex. And then there's just a lot of interesting work happening in the rune space. Like with like once runes come live, then what will people do with them? Like how will they swap? How will they bridge? I'm interested to see what happens there and like
Hmm.
what products are being built, what bridges are going to be built to support like runes kind of, proliferating in the ecosystem. Any thoughts on that from folks?
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely been watching the space and watching, some of these, some of the partners that we have, like at Leather, announcing things like Magic Eden. Their marketplace went live this week, I think on Monday or maybe Tuesday, and they're now just kind of, I think, the number one marketplace out there, and their experience is pretty good. I like you, I'm very interested now more kind of in the analytics of runes, just to sort of better visualize how many people are holding things. And there's already some pretty interesting tools out there to visualize some of that, but I think it's still just really early. And now that people, now that it's been out for a week and there's a lot of data, people are playing around with the data and doing some interesting things with it. um, and I know, yeah, there's people looking at doing things like lending runes, in kind of a DeFi space. I know,
Hmm.
yeah, Alex at and XLink, they have a bridge that they're going to be offering as well that I think went live also this week. So tons of building happening in the space, which is very exciting.
Hey, Brandon, man, I really appreciate the invitation to come up, man. How's it going, everybody?
Yeah, it's
I,
great. Thanks for coming.
yeah, man. Happy Friday to everybody, man. I guess I can kind of share a Degen story with everybody. I've been running a Bitcoin node for years. I mean, I've been in stacks for what 4 years now, and I was running a stacks node for a while, and The runes mania, I kind of wanted to help everybody out. I actually just like walked away on Friday. I knew that the fee regime was going to be crazy, and I'm just so excited about stacks going high speed, and then SBTC, and then getting back to subnets, and the BTC domains going live on DNS. I mean, there's so much amazing stuff to look forward. I knew that the runes FOMO was going to be a little crazy. I guess the degen thing, like over this, I guess what last year I was building an ordinals marketplace for this. I was building this custom little NFT ordinals marketplace, and I was using ordinals bot as the back end, and so I ended up when you build NFTs, you end up having a bunch of wallets. You'll have like a creator wallet, you'll have like an artist commission wallet, you'll have the deployer wallet, and then you can actually have other commissions and splits. I think I had like 4 or 5 wallets for this one project I was working on, and so I was kind of beta testing a bunch of stuff, and I was minting out a bunch of ordinals, and so I ended up getting airdropped 4 runestones, and then
Wow, man. Nice.
I've just like literally the degen take is like I was just